So in this video, we are going to talk about the difference between present simple and present continuous tense and when to use them. So let's see. Okay. So after this, you'll be able to use present simple and present continuous tenses correctly. First, let's look at the sentences, read them, listen to the audio, and repeat after that.
1.11 1.
I live in London.
She works in a restaurant.
We don't eat meat.
Jack doesn't wear glasses. Where do you live?
Does the supermarket open on Sundays?
2.
She usually has cereal for breakfast.
I'm never late for work.
We only eat out about once a month.
All right. Now let's look at the sentences in more detail. First, look at number 1. So remember that for first person, second person, and third person plural pronouns, we use live, while for third person singular pronouns, we add s in the main verbs. We use don't for I, we, you, they, and we use does or doesn't for third person singular pronouns. And here, also, please pay attention to the spelling rules. So we have to add es to the verbs ending in ch, sh, sh, z-o. So the kind of verbs that we cannot pronounce the s sound really well. So for work, we can say works, but let's say watch, watch, we cannot, it's difficult to say watch, right? So we add es and the pronunciation becomes watches. And also don't forget to add ies to the verbs ending in the vowel y. So this rule doesn't apply if the verb doesn't have y as a vowel sound. Look at the example, the word stay, S-T-A-Y, stay. So in this verb, y is not really the vowel sound, so we just add s, stay. But let's look at another word, T-R-Y, try. So for this one, we have we change y into T-R-I-E-S, tries, because y acts as a vowel here. Whereas in the other word, stay, we just have the normal version, stays. And when you make questions and sentences, please pay attention to the word order. So auxiliary, especially when you make questions. Auxiliary, subject, infinitive. For example, the does is the auxiliary here. The supermarket, this is the subject here. And open, this is the main verb, infinitive here. But if you have a question word, then put the question word at the beginning of the question and the order follows. And look at number 2. What differences can you see? So here we have usually, never, and once a month. What are they? So they are words that show frequency. So usually and never, they are called adverbs of frequency. And once a month, twice a month, they're called expressions of frequency. So look at the example. We have usually before the main verb. So we put usually before the main verb. But if we have verb to be, then we put never after the verb to be. And once a month, twice a month, we usually put them at the beginning or at the end. All right. So let's look at the present continuous tense. Again, please look at the sentences, read them, listen to the audio, and repeat.
1.12.
Is your sister still going out with Adam?
No, they broke up. She isn't going out with anyone now.
The phone's ringing. Can you answer it?
House prices are going up very fast at the moment.
All right. So when you were saying out loud those sentences, did you notice that we don't really say is or are very loudly? Because they're not the main verbs. They're not the content words. They do not have any meaning. I mean, they're just there for grammatical purposes. So we don't pronounce them very loudly. But if verb to be has the word not, so for example, isn't, it means it's not doing it anymore. So it now has a special meaning. So we tend to pronounce isn't louder. Right. Now, moving on. Can you please read the sentences? Here, we use the present continuous tense for actions that are in progress, means still happening right now, or maybe around now. So look at the third sentence. House prices are going up very fast at the moment. What does at the moment mean? It can mean these days, or it can mean these months, or it can mean these years. We don't know, right? So, but it's still around now. We can also use it for future arrangements, but we'll see it later. Now, there are some spelling rules. So if it is a normal verb ending in a consonant, then we just add the ing. But if we had e and silent e, then drop e, like bake. So it will become B-A-K-I-N-G. So we retain the original pronunciation. If the word ends with a consonant, vowel, consonant composition, then we double the consonant. So sometimes a verb can have this CVC composition at the end. So for example, L-I-S-T-E-N. So look at T-E-N. Consonant, vowel, consonant. But we don't really write L-I-S-T-E-N-N-I-N-G. Why is that? Because we do not stress the second part. So we say listen, right? Listen. The stress is in the first syllable, on the first syllable. So we just, we don't stress the second syllable. That's why we don't have an extra N. But look at this word. So here, it still have two syllables, and it still ends in CVC form. GIN, right? CVC. But when we spell this one, BEGINNING. Why is that? Still, pronounce the word. Do we say begin or begin? We say begin. So if you stress on the second syllable, then we double the syllable. We double the final consonant. Right? Right. Now, if a verb ends in IE, ends with IE, then we change to Y and just say at ING, okay, tying. Right. Now, moving on. So there are some cases where we use both and where students can confuse between the two tenses. Now let's look at this one. And as usual, please look at the sentences, listen to the audio, and repeat after the audio.
1.13.
What are you looking for?
My car keys.
I'll help you in a moment.
But I need them now.
What are you cooking? It smells delicious.
I'm making pasta.
Great! I love pasta.
Okay. Now, can you say which sentences use present simple tense and which sentences use present continuous tense? This one. Present continuous. Present simple. This one. Present continuous. Here. Simple. This one. Continuous. Here. Simple. Okay. Now, what are you looking for? Because we are doing things, the person B is looking for car keys. At this moment of speaking, we use present continuous tense. But look at another sentence. But I need them now. Okay. But he needs them now. But why don't we say he is needing them now? Because we need is a stated verb. Okay, we'll see it later. Now again, look at another example. What are you cooking? Because speaker B is cooking right now, like at the moment of speaking. We use what are you cooking, right? Seeing the action, then we use this tense. It smells delicious. Why do we say it smells, but why don't we say it is smelling delicious? Because smell is a sensation verb. Okay, I'm making pasta. So again, make is an action verb. He is actually like kneading the dough and doing things, making pasta, right? So we use present continuous tense, reasonable. Oh, I love pasta. So when you say I love pasta, the person must love pasta at the moment of speaking. But why don't we say I am loving pasta, but not, why don't we say I'm loving pasta? Right, so we'll see it. So here it is. So there are two, generally there are two verb types. Action verbs, we also call them dynamic verbs because they have physical actions like moving or activities like going, reading, we can use them in present simple tense for habits and routines. For example, I cook every night, or your likes and dislikes. I read, right? I read poetry, like that. We can also use them in present continuous tense for actions in progress. So I am cooking right now, or I am reading poetry these days, right? So to show a temporary action. But for non-action verbs such as states, like I need it, so that's a state, or I believe it, that's a state. Yeah, that's your emotional, mental state. Or I love it, that's also a state. Or feelings, right? Like and dislike and hate. Or possessions like have, own, belong. Or senses like smelling, tasting, seeing. So these kinds of things. So we use them only in present simple tense because they are already a state, right? I know it means I know the fact and I will know it in the future, right? We cannot say I am knowing it because it's a state, right? But there are also some verbs where we can use, there are also some stative verbs that we can use with both tenses. So here it goes. We have think. So to show an opinion, we can say I think. But to show a mental process, like I am thinking about the problem, or I am thinking about my exam. So that we have different meanings for present simple think and present continuous and thinking. Now have, again, we may use them in both tenses, with both tenses, but they have different meanings. So he has a car for possession, but to show that we're doing something, to show an action, we can say have lunch, have dinner, right? They are part of an expression. And again, see and taste, the same thing. If it shows the action, we use the present continuous tense. And if it shows the sensations, then we say present simple. All right, this is the explanation, guys. I hope it helps. And well, hopefully see you in the next video, I guess. Bye.